Welcome to Moto Smartphones channel. Dual-screen phones have taken the smartphone market by storm in recent years, offering users innovative and immersive experiences. These phones have two displays instead of one, which can be used in various ways to enhance the user experience. What is a dual display on mobile? A double-screen, dual-screen, or foldable phone is a mobile device with two separate screens that can be folded or unfolded to provide a larger display or more screen space. Benefits of dual-display phones. There are many advantages of having two-screen phones. One of the main benefits of dual-display mobiles is that you can multitask more efficiently. For example, users can watch a video on one display while browsing the internet on another. This is a valuable feature for people who need to be productive on the go, as they can use two apps simultaneously. Moreover, dual-display phones increase your gaming potential. The secondary display acts as a game controller and can be used as a secondary screen for multiplayer games, allowing gamers to enjoy a dynamic and immersive gaming experience. What are the best dual-screen phones in 2025? Here are several phones available for those looking for the best dual-display smartphones from popular brands like Motorola, LG, Microsoft, Samsung, Oppo, Vivo, and more. All product links are in description 1. LG Wing 5G. The LG Wing 5G has dual screens that are just as bold, and the conventional second-generation display slides out, a smaller half-disc much needs underneath, which LG puts to good use. However, dual display, one display on top of the other, increases the weight to 260 grams. It has a Snapdragon 765G octa-core chipset and up to 8 gigabytes of RAM. There are 3 cameras on the back, a 64-megapixel sensor on the front, and a pop-up front camera for selfies. 2. Microsoft Surface Duo. 2. Surface Duo 2 is Microsoft's second-generation dual-display phone. It has some much-needed improvements and provides a sturdy case for a dual-display phone. That's because Microsoft has been optimizing all of its Office and other apps and social media apps like Instagram to take advantage of the additional display. When unfolded, the two 5.8-inch PixelSense displays transform into an 8.3-inch display. When the phone is folded, you can glimpse the phone's notifications through the glance bar on the spine. You can also use the glance bar to check your battery level while charging without unfolding your phone. Surface Duo 2 runs on Android 11 out of the box and is powered by the octa-core Qualcomm Snapdragon 888 SoC. 3. Vivo X Fold. The Vivo X Fold marks the company's entry into the foldable segment. The device outperforms all other devices on the list in terms of performance with its Qualcomm Snapdragon 8 Gen 1 processor coupled with 12 gigabytes of RAM and 256 gigabytes of internal storage. A 4,600 milliamp-hour battery with support for fast charging powers the handset. Regarding optics, the device has a quad rear camera setup, including a 50-megapixel primary sensor, 48-megapixel secondary sensor, 12-megapixel tertiary sensor, and 8-megapixel sensor. On the front, there is a 16-megapixel shooter for taking selfies and participating in video calls. All product links are in description 4. Motorola Razr 5G. Motorola has always worked on various segments, including the foldable and dual screen. The compact 5G is proof of that. The smartphone runs on a Qualcomm Snapdragon 765 processor with 8 gigabytes RAM and 128 gigabytes internal storage. The smartphone has a 48-megapixel primary sensor that can take the best photos. There is a 20-megapixel snapper on the front for selfies and video calling. It gets its power from a 2,800 milliamp-hour battery that supports turbo power charging. A clamshell on the front sign makes folding and unfolding the device very simple. The refresh rate of the foldable display inside the device is 60 Hz, which is the same as the standard refresh rate offered in budget phones. 5. Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 3. Samsung holds the largest share of the foldable smartphone market with multiple devices. One of Samsung's smartphones is the Galaxy Z Fold 3. The smartphone runs on a Qualcomm Snapdragon 888 processor along with 12 gigabytes RAM and 256 gigabytes internal storage. The smartphone features a 6.2-inch dynamic AMOLED display with a 120 Hz refresh rate. It also has a triple rear camera setup consisting of three 12-megapixel sensors. There is also an under-display 4-megapixel selfie shooter. It has a dual display, one on the outside and the other visible when the device is unfolded. When unfolded, the display size of the device is approximately 7.6 inches. The best thing about the smartphone is that both panels have a 120 Hz refresh rate. 6. Oppo Find. Oppo has joined the ranks of foldable smartphones with the Oppo Find N 5G launch. This phone has an external and central display. The device is powered by a Qualcomm Snapdragon 888 processor, 8 gigabytes of RAM, and 128 gigabytes of internal storage. The extra is a 5.49-inch AMOLED display, and the internal screen as an overall package is a 7.1-inch LTPO AMOLED display. Both screens support HDR0+ and also offer a maximum brightness of 1000 nits. The external display has a refresh rate of 60 Hz, and the internal display has a dynamic refresh rate of 120 Hz. The refresh rate of the external display is a bit disappointing, as Oppo could have done better in that aspect too. Nonetheless, the device offers decent specs and speedy performance as an overall package 7. LG G8 X ThinQ. The LG G8 X ThinQ houses an additional display in a removable flip case with a superb 360-degree hinge. The cover display also has an external ticker that acts as an always-on display. This implementation lets you get a dual screen without compromising critical features and inflating costs. Conclusion. Dual-screen phones are just starting to become a thing, but the technology already exists. There are some options currently available so far. All product links are in description. Thanks for watching. Please do subscribe to our channel.